my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. Here is your daily technical analysis of stock index futures. I'll start with UK FTSE futures. No follow-on yesterday to the previous session's combined outside day and bearish dark cloud cover pattern. Instead, we had an indecisive doji cross. Now, I've recently repeatedly mentioned how it seems there are a lot of contradictory and odd forces at play here, even if the trend seems to be gently higher. This was just the latest example of it. Overhead, we still have the upper time resistance, currently at 70.66 of the broken but still seemingly effective December 2020 to late January 2021 bullish shift pitchfork. Meanwhile, below we have some light yet adequate support from the gently rising short moving average, currently 70.05. Though the better support will be from the top of the old broken rising wedge pattern, currently at 69.65. Further below we have the January high at 69.10, as well as the rising short medium moving average, currently 68.73, and its partner, the uptrend, currently at 64.80, which also made up the lower trend line of the old January to March sideways triangle. Meanwhile, further overhead we have the May high at 71.43. Next to the lesser projected Fibonacci line at 71.42, and with the 50% projected Fibonacci line a little higher at 72.14. Well, so far today, a steady open with a small move higher and test down to the short moving average. Just be wary of any slowdown ahead of the upper time. German DAX futures. Second bearish black crow yesterday and a follow-on to the previous session's bearish harami, after it formed a new high, would you believe? Now, you may think the move down yesterday was because of the earlier bearish harami, and you'd be right, in part at least. I still believe that the bearish harami and yesterday's follow-through lower have all to do with the nearby overhead 50% projected Fibonacci line at 15.629 that has capped the markets in mid-April. The recent overall move higher was, as have all the moves up in May, originated from the compound weekly key reversal made in the first 2 weeks of May. The last 2 days have been the latest pullback from testing the 50% Fibonacci line, which happened as far back as mid-April. Anyway, below we still have the rising short medium moving average, currently 15.114, and its partner, the late October 2021 today uptrend, currently at 15.059. Now, I've also drawn a possible small rising wedge pattern for the action through May, and I did that yesterday, which the recent action is reasonably well captured within. That's currently 15.174 to 15.623. Now, I'm going to ponder on this one a little more before I open my mouth and put my foot in it. Anyway, the potential is still there for a try higher, possibly towards target X1 in the 15,800 area, a more recent topside target for the small diamond continuation pattern. However, in between there's a lot of things in the way. So far today though, a move lower and a continued follow-on from the earlier bearish harami pattern. Prices start to approach the short moving average, currently at 15.299, the lesser projected Fibonacci line at 15.289, the compound Gann number at 15.309. But additionally, and probably more importantly, we're also entering the recent mild congestion between 15,400 and 15,440. And this seems to have played on the market as it started to turn and move back up again. US E-mini S&P futures. An indecisive spinning top yesterday. Some might say a very small bullish harami, though I would not be one of them. It was nevertheless the 5th highest close ever and 6th highest high ever as well. Personally, I think the market has got itself jammed in between the combination of the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 41.83 and the broken lower time, currently 41.91, of the December 2020 to early February 2021 bullish Andrews pitchfork, both of these below. Meanwhile, overhead, it has been capped again by the overhead 100% projected Fibonacci line at 42.02. All this continues to be a microcosm of the bigger picture, a fractal interpretation, if you will, of what else is going on. It shows the depth of indecision this market has undergone since early April. Hence, even the immediate countering weekly key reversal down we saw 2 weeks ago is still indecisive, purely because of the way it was expressed through market actions. This is one worth continuing to keep a close eye on, even more than before, especially as we seem to be stabilizing over the broken lower tine, and yet the broken lower tine continues its relentless move higher. So far today, still in between the two projected Fibonacci lines, the 100% overhead at 42.02 and the 50% below at 41.83. What is different is that the broken lower tine has risen and the market has dipped enough that we're now back below, above, below the broken lower tine. The question is now whether it can stay below, above or below. French CAC 40 futures. Second bearish black crow yesterday and also the third highest opening ever. However, it was only a passable follow-on to the previous session's combined bearish dark cloud cover pattern and bearish closing black Mariposa. The reason is that whilst it punctured the lower tine currently at 63.85 of the newly drawn March-based bullish shift picture, it did not close below it, only managing to close right on it. As I said yesterday, all this action is in the frame of last week's weekly key reversal up, yet it seems the market is really having a hard time trying to move that extra bit higher to make a new high. Meanwhile, below, the market has support from the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 63.48. Well, so far today, finally, a real attempt higher as I speak, edging up over the previous all-time high from last week. Overhead, we have another 50% projected Fibonacci line at 64.80. That's the one to watch for. Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted with this broadcast. Copyright is Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final bit.